Story 4. The way my brain was just like, done.
Story 4. Road trip scary story.
Great title.
This happened to me 3 years ago when my family and I went on a road trip to New York. We lived in California and the plane tickets to New York were really expensive, so my dad decided we would drive there. We were somewhere in Indiana, and it was like 11 p.m. We were on a really deserted road, and we hadn't seen a car in 20 minutes. Just then, we saw a car stopped on the side of the road. My dad was a really nice guy, and he would always offer to help someone who needed it, so we stopped. I was annoyed because I was tired and I just wanted to get to our hotel. I could see my dad and the other guy talking. The guy looked like a middle-aged man, and honestly, he looked normal. They were talking for a few minutes when I saw my dad going back to the car. He got in the car and gunned it down the road. I was like, what the fuck? That was very unusual for him to do something like that. He did not say a single word for the rest of the ride. We got to our hotel like 30 minutes later. My dad had never told anyone what he saw, but he finally told me last week. Apparently, when he got to the guy's car, he said that he had a flat tire and asked my dad to help him. My dad said him and the guy talked for a couple minutes when my dad noticed what looked to be a body bag in the back seat with a shotgun also in the back seat. My dad said he told the guy he would go to his car and get his tools, and that's when he sped off. This story was a lot scarier when I heard the backstory. Who knows what would have happened if we stayed there?
Well, you would have been in the body bag too.
Yeah.
Or he's just like a hitman. He's like, shit.
He actually did have a flat tire.
Right.
He's like, please God, somebody help me so I can get away.
I gotta get rid of this body.
I gotta get out of here.
I cannot stay here till dawn.
Yeah.
Can't call a tow truck.
Nope. Yeah. I
Police
wonder.
pull over. Hey, you need any help, buddy? You got a body and a shotgun in the back. I'm good. I'm gonna die out here. It's cool.
What if it's like the body of like his dog or something?
Yeah, he's having the worst day anyway.
He is having the absolute worst luck.
Mhm.
It's like one of those like it's like
It's
a
like an
Tucker and
old
Dale
Yeller.
versus die,
Yeah.
almost die like kind of thing. He's like just a guy. His dog died. His wife left him. He's
Yeah.
like trying to go out and give his dog like a really nice burial.
Yeah.
And he's like taking the shotgun because it is late at night and he doesn't want to like
There's
encounter
bears out
anything.
there.
Yeah. And he's like on his way out and he's listening to Willie Nelson. He's crying. And then he hears a pop and he's like, God damn it. Just the last fucking thing I needed.
Yep. You know what? I bet that's exactly what happened. And if I could cry right now, I probably would. Poor
Yeah.
guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Or he's a murderer.
Or other option, he's just a murderer.
Yeah. Either one could be true.
Yeah. I got stuck on the side of the road when I was I had to have been maybe 11.
Mm-hmm.
I was 11, my brother was 13, and my sister was 1. My mom was driving us from Texas up to Colorado, and we got stuck in the middle of this like desert area. There's nothing there. And I blame my brother for this because I'm a little stitious. And he saw some like ravens and he's like, oh, that's an omen. That's a sign. Something bad's going to happen. And I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. Right after he said that, tire pops.
Oh my God.
My mom goes to try to change the tire with her and her like shit kids in the car. And it like comes off crooked. So then we can't get the tire off.
Oh God.
So we're stuck in the desert for 8 hours. My mom almost got OnStar, but her husband at the time was like, you don't need OnStar. No cell service. So we had to wait 8 hours for a tow truck to just happen to drive through. It was like, you need some help, little lady? And she's like, thank God, please. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die in this desert.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thankfully, my mom, she packs for a trip like we're gonna be like rationing in the desert for days
Yeah.
before that trip. So it's like, yeah, you want a Rice Krispie? We got like 27 bottles of water. We're good.
Hell yeah. That's lucky.
Thank God.
Yeah. I have 2 side of the road stories.
Yeah.
The first one is mine, but it was like when I lived in Michigan with my dad like drove this like shitty beat up like 1980s van. We called it Rocket Rhonda. So it looked like a rocket. It was old as fuck.
Yeah.
But she broke down all the time. And we were driving from our little town to another little town a little bit over. And she like broke down on the side of the road in this town. Thankfully, it was like in this town, but it was still like a 3-mile walk from the AutoZone.
Okay.
So we like got out of the car, and my dad had us like help push it into a neighborhood, and we like start like our trek, like walking to this AutoZone. And I was like so upset because I had cheer camp that night, like a lock-in, like a cheer camp lock-in, and I was like, I have to get to this, like it's my one thing. And this guy pulls up in another minivan, and he was like, "You guys need some help?" Like a very like Ned Flanders, like, "You guys need some help?" And we were like, and I was like, "Yes, sir, we do." You know. He took us to AutoZone and then took us back to our car, and then my dad fixed the car, and then we were able to like drive home. But like a few days later, the guy like shows up at our house.
That's insane.
Yeah, like
I don't
shows
like
up.
that.
Yeah, and so I don't know if like my dad gave him our number or what, but
Right.
like he shows up at our house, and he was like, "I thought that I should invite you guys to church." And my dad was like,
Okay.
"Murder."
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he was like, "I can drive you guys," and we were like, "Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we got it." But that's my first story.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy happened, but that was it.
Yeah.
And then
someone came to your door and was like, "Church." That is
crazy.
crazy.
And then the second story, right after I moved here, I was driving on one of the like highways, but it's like kind of twisty because I lived on the east side of the city or the west side of the city, like south of the highway that goes horizontal.
Yeah.
And I was like driving around a curb that's by that old amusement park, and it was pouring rain, like pouring. And there was a car that was like spread across 2 of the 3 lanes.
Yeah.
And like their lights were flashing, and then there was this like woman who was like looked massively pregnant,
Yeah.
and she was like in the middle of the street like flagging people, like trying to like wave people down.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, that's scary as fuck. You should get off the side of the fucking road. If first of all, if you're pregnant,
Right.
second of all, I'm not gonna stop in the middle of the pouring rain on the side of a highway for you. Like that's crazy because I also
Call the
don't know.
police.
Yeah, call
Yeah.
the police. I don't know you.
Right. Is
Could
this
be a
trap?
scam. Yeah,
Is
it
this a
could be a
trap?
trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, playing up on the
insane.
like. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
literally was like stunned
Yeah.
as I was driving. I was like I'm pretty
my
sure because I had to just like
God.
swerve out of the way. I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then I was like,
yeah.
like
I feel
literally
like
the
your
whole way
brain
home.
is like, what just happened?
Yeah, exactly. Like near
Yeah.
death experience almost.
I went to school in California, so we had to like drive back and forth. And I had a boyfriend going out there, and then we broke up while we were in college. But we're from the same town, and I didn't have a car, so we would carpool 12 hours, which was so fun. And going back to California, I was driving the first half up to Mesquite, and I was like, "Your steering wheel, it's too hard to pull, like it feels weird." And he's like, "Oh, you've just never driven this long, so your arms must be tired." And I was like, "Yeah, doing this for too long is gonna make my arms so tired that when I'm driving through, like, there's that like little mountainous section in Arizona. It's like when I'm driving through this, I have to yank your steering wheel side to side." I was like, "Something's wrong with your car." And he's like, "It's fine," and like slept. So because I'm spiteful, I drove his car until it started smoking,
Oh my god.
which was right outside of Mesquite, actually, where we were gonna stay.
Yeah.
Smoke is coming out from it, and he's like, "You should pull over." And I was like, "Yeah, we're almost there though. I think it's fine. I think you're just tired." And turns out his timing belt broke, and so like the power steering went out, and a bunch of like cascading failures were happening in his car. And because we were under 21, we like go to the hotel to like try to get a room, and they're like, "It's a casino, so you have to be 21 to get a room." And I look at the man and I was like, "Hey, so this is the day I'm having right now." And he's like, I'm gonna find you something. He calls his dad. His dad like drives from Grand Junction to Mesquite to like help us out. And his dad's like, "What the fuck, Adam? What's going on?" I don't think I've ever screamed "I told you so" so many times in my life. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I'm
What a
not
fucking idiot.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?